What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I'm back with an all-new review of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Y'all, Love and Marriage Huntsville premiered early today, like literally after 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm in Moreno Valley, and it premiered early. So I was able to get my notes in and have enough time to prepare for my video. So let's get into it. Martell, he's on a photo shoot for a calendar, and he don't have no baby oil. So he decided to call Destiny. She answered, "What you want?" "I need some baby oil." "For what?" "A photo shoot. So come down here." Boy, you could have sent your assistant to get to baby oil. And you had to get Destiny, probably because you know for a fact nobody else is going to want to do a scene with you, because I did watch DJ Richie Sky's interview with Mel today. She is not filming with Martell at any time this season. So Martell needs just enough people from the cast on his scenes as much as possible. All right. So we meet his manager. Her name is Mel Naka, something like that. Mel Naka, Monica. He has a lot of book signings to do. He has some real estate deals on the line. He's doing a lot of traveling. So he's known his manager Mel since middle school. They've never had a relationship. They've never been romantic. It's been platonic. And I found it funny that her name was Mel. At some point in life, you were going to be connected to a male, literally M-E-L, in every way, no matter what it was, right? So he's happy he's becoming an author. So Destiny arrives. She's like, "What the fuck is going on here? Why are you in the tub?" He's doing a sexy photo shoot. The camera guy was like, "We need somebody to put baby oil on him." Destiny says, "Here you go. You can do it." Baby Mel Naka was super giddy in hell to pour that baby oil on Martell. So I don't know what you thought, Martell. I think at some point she probably did have a crush on you in high school. And you just never paid attention. But no, that's not going to happen. He's going to do it himself. She is happy that... Did I do that again? Oh, no, I'm not there yet. So, yeah, Destiny was like, "Boy, why am I here? Please don't ever call me to get you baby oil again." So while they're trying to have a small conversation, Destiny cannot focus because Martell's pecs is coming out of his robe. She said, "Please close your robe, sir." He's like, "Girl, this body is not even thinking about your ass. Girl, sit down." Now, the whole speculation about Destiny and Martell having an inappropriate conversation or inappropriate situation, I don't know what's going on there, but for Destiny to call out that Martell needs to close his robe means she can't concentrate. Destiny, this is why people won't have a speculation about that, because that's no. You could still talk to him without even looking at him like that. She's glad that he's getting back on his feet, rebranding himself, and then recognizing that his manager has the same name as Mel, and he's known that Mel longer than he knew the Mel that he got divorced from, right? But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, at the end of the day, you still want to be connected to somebody who has the male name. That's what you want to do. You ain't going to prove me otherwise. So she tells him how she's moving forward with a new phase in her life from her divorce, now being a single parent, being a businesswoman, all that and then some. Then she decides to tell him what happened in LA. He said, "What happened in LA?" Me and Tisha were having a conversation in my room. Mel was standing outside the door listening to our conversation. And we come back home to Huntsville, and we have a conversation about it. And from that point, it wasn't what you were talking about, it's who you were talking about it with. You were basically talking to my enemy. Now, what I didn't like about this is, why, Destiny, did you feel the need to tell Martell anything about what Mel is doing, or what Mel is talking about, or what you had a conversation with Mel about? Why did you have to tell him about that? He don't need to know about that. That's not his business. Are you trying to find somebody else who wants to give you validation of what type of friend or what non-friend you believe that Mel is? And you know for a fact that Martell is not going to give Mel the benefit of the doubt to say, well, maybe what was being said probably hurt her feelings and you guys are not really recognizing where it came from. You know he's not going to do that. He takes every opportunity to still try to paint Mel out to be a villain, more than what he already is. And right now, Martell said, "Listen, I'm not surprised, because Mel is the type of friend who wants yes men, yes girls. According to Mama Wanda, she wants to have some flying monkeys. You know, monkeys with bananas, monkeys." According to Miss Wanda, right? And if you don't do what she wants you to do, she will leave you out in the cold. Write you off. And Destiny is feeling it because I believe that Destiny really wanted Mel to be a really good friend to her, and she hasn't. So Destiny is hurt. No, Martell, I felt like Destiny was giving Melody all of that energy of what a friend that she needs to be to her. Now we know that Mel pretty much turned a blind eye into Tiffany, but I felt like it wasn't Mel's job to defend Tiffany's actions. Like, she knew her, she's friends with her, but she's not going to constantly vouch for somebody who doesn't want to, who knows how to defend themselves. And for Destiny, Destiny definitely wanted Mel to defend her in any which way, in a way that she wanted to. When she wanted to come at Mel at her video premiere party to tell her that you're not being there for me, when Mel said I was there for you, but for Destiny to feel like that Mel wasn't there for her, it's because Destiny, you didn't give Mel any room to be there for you. You didn't tell her about the divorce. You didn't tell her how much you were struggling, that you didn't have a village. You didn't invite her into any part of your life. So why would you want Mel to be 10 toes down for you if you don't open up about your life for her? She's done everything to open up her life to you. You've been there for her, but you didn't give her the same thing. So I'm lost as to why Destiny is feeling like Mel hasn't been there, or Mel is not being a good friend to her, when I felt like Destiny just placed too much expectation on how much of a friend Mel needed to be there for her. That's my thing right there. But at the end of the day, she left, and that was the end of end of Martell and Destiny's scene. It ended with him being a tub full of rose petals. Them pictures look good. Martell's body look amazing. I'll move on. Mel. She's meeting up with her friend Stormy. They met at an ambassador event where she is an ambassador for her hair care line. And their friendship have blossomed from that. They develop a genuine friendship. She's supporting her and her being a mom and everything. And she enjoys it. So this is when we find out Mel was relaunching her skincare line. And she wants to get all the advice that she can from Stormy of relaunching her brand. So we're at Stormy's warehouse, and she's trying to get tidbits, notes on what I need to do. Because as far as for product, what I need to learn, what my do's and don'ts, right? So basically, Stormy said this happened overnight. I didn't know what I was doing. I had to learn on the go. I was in a 500 square foot building. I had to know how to hire workers, how to hire this, how to hire that, without any knowledge how to do it all. But you're going to learn. It's like how I learned, right? So right now she's trying to make sure she does not be in a position of not having enough product when the orders comes in. She doesn't deliver. So Stormy said, get a inventory management system. So you can know how much you need to buy, what your inventory is like, because you don't want to oversell and you don't want to be overstocked of product. So make sure you have the right amount of product that you need to get your orders out. And especially with the pandemic, you never know when the orders are going to come in or when the orders are going to come out or how much you need. So it's like pretty much a game of guessing. So make sure you have just enough what you need. And with her going towards her dreams of listening to Stormy's advice, she's lucky and thankful to have a friend like Stormy. So then Stormy talks about the reunion. Obviously, she watched it, and what she couldn't get over was Mel acting like she did not perform fellatio on another man. She said, girl, why did you lie and say you didn't remember? Girl, at the end of the day, I don't remember, and I don't care of who knows, who don't know, because it wasn't Martell's business. It wasn't nobody's business of what I did in my bedroom, okay? And because I don't know why, I don't know why people want to hold you to the fire, but the only thing that you said, oh, right, I'm skipping. So she don't believe she owes anybody an explanation what she did and didn't do. Now, of course, people were like, you could have just kept it a buck and said, you know what I did was my business. I don't owe him any explanation because he don't want to. I don't care. That's what she should have did. But at the end of the day, I still don't feel like Mel had any explanation needed for her to admit what she did need to admit. At the end of the day, it's irrelevant at this point. It's irrelevant. And then she brought up the fact that his baby mama would text Mel and tell her how much Martell likes to eat her cat out and her ass out all different ways, left and right, you know what I'm saying? And I've never had that type of conversation with him. So you want to leave me out of there? Shots fired. Because I did remember watching a video of Ariane texting that same exact information to Mel to make her mad. I remember because she was being petty. I remember that. And Stormy said the only thing that you said was keep your penis in the household, but he didn't do that, and everybody knew that he wasn't keeping his penis in the household. So now he has a whole baby. Boom, there it goes. So now she wants to invite her to the Christmas pajama party. Now she wants to know who's invited. She invited Kimmy. She invited her manager. She invited another female friend. She invited Don. What's her name? Tiffany. Everybody that Stormy is familiar with. Excuse me. So she said, "Are you invited, Tisha?" No, she's not welcome in my house. Are you invited, Destiny? No, not her either. Why? What happened? So she talks about what happened in LA. She overheard them being negative, talking negative things about me. And she said, "What things?" Just negative things. Even if those were the things I can get past, but I just feel like the Scorpion in me couldn't let it go. I'm loyal. Loyalty is everything to me. And I am on the outs with that. Tisha cannot come over to my house because it's not going to work. I thought I was genuinely moving forward with Tisha. But then I find out that she's still hurt over what happened between us. Because while the segment throughout the reunion, there are some things that people are trying to check Melody on, and she can see Tisha laughing, smiling, smirking over things that are hurtful to her. So right now, we're not welcome in my home. I'm very particular and peculiar of who I invite in my house. And then, of course, Destiny. Stormy thought you guys were real best friends. She said we were really good friends. But at the end of the day, Mel is in a space where, for what she went through, whether or not I can see everything with rose-colored glasses, if I find how you are who you are, if I find every trait about you to be true, even if you have the slightest sliver of a snake inside of your body, it's a wrap for me. I'm done. I'm over it. I don't want to be cool with you no more. And I'm not even mad that Mel is turning over a new leaf into not keeping friends just to have friends, because he feels like sometimes friends don't want to see you win. They don't want to see you grow. And no, whether or not we've had great times, if I find out or if I've had an inkling that you have never really been happy for me and what I've been through and wanted me to grow, then you're not a friend of mine. So then, while Stormy seems cool with everybody, it's Tiffany that she really got an issue with, right? Because she feels like Tiffany come across thirsty, a bit strange, and Tiffany reached out to Stormy to congratulate her, I believe, on her business endeavors. And she was like, "Where'd you come from? Because I don't really like you. So what are you texting me for? What you congratulating me? Because I believe you're strange." And Tiffany said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I hate that." "Yeah, because you did it." So Stormy don't know about her and where can she comes across. And Mel was pretty much like, "Listen, maybe the more you come around, the more you see her, maybe you'll like her. But hey, if you don't, you don't. You like her, you like her. You don't, you don't. What else can I do?" I think Mel knows what Tiffany did bring last season that maybe turned a sour note to people. But I do believe that Mel knows that Tiffany is really a sweetheart. And she probably is not used to the reality TV of it all. And maybe she's not accustomed to having tough skin just yet to be comfortable and say what it is, So Stormy's going to see. And she still wants to know why Destiny is not invited. Mel said, "I can't be fake. Don't try to turn my mind into what I've already decided. If I don't want them in my house, I don't want them in my house." Moving on. Tisha's talking about Scott Manor that's still not done, being pushed back. There's a lot going on with the foundation, the drawings, the blueprints of everything. They originally bought 10 acres of land to build Scott Manor, and that house that they're living in right now was an investment property, and she thought they were only going to be there for 12 months. It's been 30 months, and the timing is not moving any faster for them to move into the home. Now, Marceau wants to complain about living in an itty-bitty ass house and say we're being closer, but that's a lot closeness, So Tisha wants to know, is this a normal process for things to be kind of slow with building a home? Is it normally like this? Trying to get some answers because I'm tired of living in that house and I want my kids to have some room. I want to have some room. My soul don't want to answer that question because I don't know if my soul is not looking forward to building a big ass house and he wants to just let the money. I don't know. He's not giving me that he cares about this Scott Manor. And he said, "Baby, in the day, I don't know anything about that. All I know is when they done what they done, that's when I come in. But don't you have a construction company? Don't you know how the layouts of how a house can get built, the estimated time? And you don't know the house that you build it from the ground up, you don't know how long it's gonna be. He don't want to answer a question. And I'm getting frustrated. I'm done with him. I'm done. Miss Wanda comes in, and my soul of the insults was says, I didn't know vampires can come in without an invitation. She must be a day walker. I said, Tisha, your husband gets a kick out of calling your mama all sorts of names. He calls her a vampire or a day walker. I said, Marceau, go to hell. Go to hell. And she said, you gonna start being respectful when you're talking about my mother. I said, it ain't gonna happen. Never. He ain't gonna have no respect for your mama, Tisha. Because you don't have no respect for your mama to get insulted like this. Hell, you ain't got the courtesy to get your mama off of social media before she embarrasses herself and you. Moving on. So then we're talking about not another. Miss Wanda is about to have a business. She's about to have a food truck. And she gave all of her information, all of her paperwork to Tisha to look over. And Marceau is like, what you giving her the information for? Oh, because we're paying for it. I told her we were investing in her company. We're paying for it. Marceau's looking like, you said what? Who said that? What now? Who? And he said, T, is this what we do? We invest money without talking to each other? Marceau, you already shot yourself in the foot when you said that. There are a lot of things that you don't tell Tisha about, and you do it anyway. Even if you don't even tell her, you do it anyway. You went to Africa without her, without offering, even if you was to say nothing. Actually, not even offer, because you didn't want to offer. When she pretty much begged you to say, I want to go too, you ignored it and bought your ticket. And remember last year when you bought a whole new truck and did not want Tisha to get a working truck? And all you needed was a transmission. Did not want to pay for a transmission, bought a whole new truck. A waste of money. And you bought yourself a Corvette for your 44th birthday. Marceau, you're going to have to miss me. Like I said last time, Marceau only does things that make sense for him. He does not do things that make sense for other people. He don't. Even if it's for his own mother-in-law, for his own wife, he will not consider their feelings, consider their reasonings to make them happy. If it doesn't make him happy, if it doesn't make sense to him, he's not going to do it. And it's really pissing me off about how, are you serious? And you've never spoken to me. She said, yes, I did. I had a conversation with you before, and you told me unless Mama Wanda becomes serious about her doing this and she has all the paperwork, then that's when we be investing. He said that's a sneaky way of not trying to say no. Marceau, at the end of the day, you're going to have to kiss my ass. Kiss my ass, Marceau. I don't know why you have such a disdain of not helping your mother-in-law out. Granted, she got a boyfriend and a husband. She lit. Where is their money at for not helping her do this, food trucking business? She went to her mom, she went to her daughter and her husband because they got the money. You know what I'm saying? And he said, I'm not trying to say no, that I don't want my mother-in-law to succeed, and I definitely don't want her to stop asking me for money, because obviously Miss Wanda is getting paid by them. She's probably getting a hefty compensation for her to not be on Marceau's ass like what he did with that picture. Pray her to be quiet or something. I don't know how much money you be giving your mama, but he's definitely tired of paying her. So, Wanda wants the money right now. Write me a check. Okay? And he throws it back at Tisha like, this is why you're spoiled, because you can never get told no. Well, it's not so much as her getting told no. She gets everything she wants, but I can't tell she gets everything she wants because you didn't take her to Africa when she wanted to go to Africa. Still on that. Sorry. And hell, you didn't even appreciate the vow renewal that she did last season. You made her look stupid as hell. So he wants to know what type of food she's going to sell. She's going to sell loaded potatoes. Oh my God. I'm really trying to stay true to my diet right now. Oh my God, I love potatoes so much. And a loaded potato would make me very happy. But that is so fattening. And I don't even know if I trust my Wanda. I don't know if I trust her. She probably will cook real good food, but she probably will be misspelling the hell out of those words. Her menu will have misspelling. It will sound weird, but it'll be funny to recite. I bet it will. It'll be so country as hell. What her food truck will be called? Show Nuff Wanda. That's what it'll be called, right? So Marceau will write a check, but in order for him to write a check, he wants Miss Wanda to go make him some coffee. I said, you asshole. And she said, first of all, your wife right there, she can make you some coffee. No, he can get his ass up, make himself some own fucking coffee. The fuck? He said, I can't sign. I don't see myself signing for a check if I don't get my coffee. Nigga, get the fuck out of my face, Marceau. Get out of my face. So then, after that, Miss Wanda wants to talk about, okay, so you want to come at me and make sure if I don't sign this, if I don't get you coffee, you're not going to sign this check for me? Well, why is your brother under the bus, Marceau? She's like, what you mean? With that picture, that post? Yeah, that post. That was just a guy's trail. Guys being guys. It didn't mean nothing. Now, if y'all watch Mama Wanda's live, she was definitely in her feelings about Maurice being thrown under the bus by his brother. And she didn't like that because she called Maurice her boo. Kimmy, you better check Miss Wanda about that because she did not like all the flack that Maurice was getting. She didn't like it at all. She didn't like that at all. You know what I'm saying? And that picture you put about Maurice before Kimmy and Maurice got married and about this and that. And when people say something about my daughter, I got to say something. And I've already, talked to you about the 20 women's and stuff. But when I told you at that time, birds of a feather flock together. And here go Marceau. I've never flocked with Martell. Never flocked with him. I don't believe you. She said you never had a one-on-one. You never had a private conversation. Y'all never hung out. No, I don't. We've never hung out in any place in Huntsville. And he don't drink. Where are we going to go? Applebee's? Yeah. Just because he doesn't drink meaning you don't have a good time. And didn't you guys go to Miami for a bachelor party, if I recall? Didn't y'all take a trip to Miami or something? And then y'all did, I'm so confused. Marceau, you did have a friendship with Martell. Y'all did do stuff together. So I don't know why you want to now say you've never hung out with him. Y'all never been in any place in Huntsville when that's a bald-faced lie. Y'all took a guy's trip to Atlanta, which means you have developed a friendship with Martell that has spread to the point where y'all taking trips together. What? Oh my God, Marceau, you just lying. And then Miss Wanda, being nosy, wants to know the answer, but trying to say, I don't need to know the answer. You don't have to answer to me if you don't want to. I don't want to know the answer, but I want to know, have you and Martell ever rented an apartment in Huntsville? Here it goes. So again, this is Marceau deflecting, answering the question with the question. Don't want to answer it. Want to understand why you would ask me this question. It's a silly question. It's a simple yes or no question, Marceau. This should not be so far-fetched to be asking of you. Have you and Martell ever rented or shared an apartment in Huntsville? That's not hard. Why do you and Maurice make answering hard questions so hard? Why do y'all make this so hard? And y'all are such smart men. Y'all are educated. Y'all keep on talking about how y'all survive poverty. Why y'all make it so hard to answer questions sometimes? Or y'all make it so hard? And it's just like a back and forth. Why you want to know why? Why are you asking me that question? Why is that a concern of yours? It's not answering the question, Marceau. Have you rented an apartment with Let me calm down. Because Miss Wanda is going back to what people have said online. And she's inclined to believe them. I firmly believe that what they're saying. If they talk about my daughter, that's when I want to jump in. And I got a problem with that. So now he wants to be funny. Not answering the question. He wants to tell Miss Wanda, I'm sick of you. And what do you think that I said? And she said, Marceau, at the end of the day, this is a yes or no question. I'm asking you a question. I'm just asking a question. That's all I'm doing. And then he's like, if you think that I had a secret to tell, I would tell you. Why would I tell you? Again, it's a simple question, an answer. And he's literally like trying to make sense why Miss Wanda is asking him this question. trying to make sense. And then he said in the confessional, if I had a secret apartment that I've never confessed to, why would I tell you? Why would I do that? Again, just going around the circles and around the world, not answering the question, trying to understand why is this question you're asking me such a question to ask me. And then, of course, he did a shot and said, first of all, I don't go around saying to everyone I'm transparent when I'm not. Where did that fucking come from? That wasn't the question. That wasn't acquired. We're not talking about transparency. We're talking about, have you and Martell ever rented an apartment in Huntsville? That was the question. Transparency was nowhere needed in this conversation. Because, see, Tisha, this is why people come at you. This is why. Because Marceau likes to play on the character of somebody who has something to hide. And when it comes down to him eliminating himself from being a part of that, having something to hide, he really should just say yes or no. That's all that he has to do. But he enjoys it. He enjoys playing a part of it because it gets him talked about. Not in a good way, but then he does these lives that doesn't answer the questions. So it's kind of like, wake the fuck up, Tisha. Wake up. Then it's like, for real, it's a simple question, and I feel like you have the inability to answer. I gave you a test to answer a question, and you failed. And then he's like, this is why people keep saying that you're lying. This is why, because you do shit like this when it shouldn't be this hard for you. He said, people think I'm lying before I open my mouth. Sometimes, yeah. Your demeanor, your behavior, where your energy be coming from, that could be true. She said, I don't believe that, but I feel like what you just did is so simple to do. Now, she don't believe that he had an apartment, but the fact that he did not answer that he had an apartment lets her know everything that she was inclined to believe. Miss Wanda, this confessional look, I didn't like it. You look like a damn disco ball. You look like a sequin Christmas tree. I didn't like that. Now, I know this is around Christmas time, but that was not that was not the outfit for you. That was a no. Okay, moving on. So then it's just kind of like you beating around the bush, and then Marceau wants to say, first of all, you've known me for 15 years and you've never asked me about this. Why are you asking me now? And if you feel like you don't know me by now, then you never knew me and you never will know me. Marceau, stop doing that. Tisha, he's got to say, he about to separate you from your mama, because your mama ain't playing with his ass. Because she said, I'm not playing with you, Marceau. You making me mad. I'm not doing this with you. I don't know why you're doing this. Trying to understand why you're doing this to my daughter. Why you're doing this. It's a simple question. You want to say yes or no. She's getting loud. They're going back and forth. It's clear you want to answer the question. And it's probably a deeper meaning. And you don't want to admit to it. That's totally fine. You're making me mad. Because they're going back and forth like this. Because Marceau is really looking at Miss Wanda like, you really are dumb as hell for asking this question. But it shouldn't have been a out-of-pocket question to ask you. Just like with Maurice. It's not an out-of-pocket question to ask you. Because there are a lot of people coming out in the comments with knowledge that they know about this. So this shouldn't be hard to do. Oh, my God. So then Tisha, another side note. Tisha, your purple outfit that you had with your side part hair with the curls, yes, beautiful. And there was a scene or a picture that the camera panned on you when you were looking, and your makeup and your hair. Oh my God, that was so pretty. So pretty, Tisha. I love it. So pretty. So Tisha wants to stop this conversation because it's laughable. And then at the end of the day, nobody's going to disrupt my household with my husband and my kids. We're going to leave it at that. I have believed 100, and I know my husband has been 100% honest with me, because when I said I do to Marceau. I did not say I do to everybody else. I'm going to believe the man and trust the man that God has provided me with, okay? Fine, Tisha. You believe him 100%? I can't tell, because there have been multiple things that have caused eyebrow-raising incidents. Let's start with first episode. He did not take you to Africa with him. And he did not have phone service, as he said. Okay. So then it ended with Miss Wanda wanted her check, and here go Marceau. Where's my coffee? Threw that coffee down your pants is what I would have done. Anyway, Kimmy, she's at Jalen's home. They're just walking in, no knocking, just walk right in. He said, first of all, y'all not gonna knock? What if I had a girl over? Hey, you might want to put your clothes back on. My parents are here. Kimmy looked stuck. She said, is he serious? Is he joking? I mean, we did just barge in. Well, I mean, yeah, we did, but we're not gonna do that next time. We're gonna not, because I don't want to see that. All right, so apparently Jalen doesn't pop up to his parents' house just to say hi. He obviously shops there. He steals their liquor that they don't drink. I shop at my parents' house as well. I always leave with some soup, some rice, some chicken. I always leave with something. Hey, it's what you do when you go to your parents' house, right? Then we're talking about Kimmy. Is she okay with Jalen living by himself? She is. He's grown, but she also concerned of the type of company that he might have. What did he do in his after hours? Are you being safe? But as long as he paid a mortgage, I'm good. So then Jalen talks about the post that he saw and all the comments that he read, and Maurice still not taking accountability that he lied about being there, still want to place the entire blame on Marceau for posting that picture. And yes, Marceau was fucked up for posting that picture, but Maurice, you still lied. So you're not out the hood. I mean, not out the hood. You're not off the hook for lying about being there, okay? And he said he was irresponsible because at the reunion, Marceau said he was there. Maurice said he wasn't there. So then I see the picture, I see the comments, and right now I'm like, God, Lee, where's everybody getting this information from? There's a lot more in the comments that are speculating about, since this was the trip that Martell had his side piece in, what did y'all do? What was y'all tempted to do, or what was y'all wanting to do? You know what I'm saying? So then, of course, he's like, if all the things that's been happening, people know more about more family than me. Has he cheated on my mom? And Kimmy said they've had multiple conversations after they got married, before they got married, that infidelity isn't something that they overlook. They do not okay infidelity. And Jalen talks about the times that he might have seen the signs that something could have been wrong. Like he will say, "Where's Maurice?" Kim will say he's been gone for a week, but it's not going to come to that point. Maurice thought that the conversation went well, but I'm like, what do you mean went well? You never told Jalen that you admitted that you were there and that your brother did a fucked up thing by calling you out. Okay. Because basically it's like, what's going on from there, let me know what's good. So then they pretty much thank Jalen for not being swept up in the comments, swept up in the social media gossip, because there were gossips speculating that Destiny and Jalen could have been dating. Now we did see a picture of them in Miami. I remember that picture of Destiny having makeup on. Jalen was also on a live with Destiny. I don't know. Could that type of social media gossip be true? I have no idea, but hey, we'll see from that. It's alleged. I don't know. So they're about to leave, and apparently Kimmy and Maurice are about to go out of town. So Monster is about to stay with his mom, and Kimmy wants Jalen to babysit her dog. And he said, okay, sure, no problem. So you'll come to the house? He said, that's a lot of gas. Well, I mean, you've been living here for only a month now, and right now you want to start preserving your gas? He said, I mean, listen, if I don't have anywhere to go, my tank can stay full for a good 2 weeks. So he'll figure out how he wants to go back and forth and making sure that her dog is cool. And she has a lot of things to get done before she goes to Mel's house, and they'll probably have dinner before they go out of town. So we ended with Mel. Mel is at her sleepover, her pajama party. The decoration is really, really nice. They got these little tents set up. Everybody arrives. We see, I can't think of the names for the life of me. Kimmy, Tiffany, I think I forgot her friend Nadia is there. And then we see Kiki, Tisha's cousin. Now, I did say I did watch DJ Richie Sky's interview, and then I found out that Mel knew Kiki because they both shared a mutual best friend. So she's known her years before she met Tisha, and that she has invited her to places as well. So that kind of softens the blow as to why it was weird that her cousin was there. So she knows her. Kim was like, oh, Kiki's here. That's Tisha's cousin. If Kiki was invited, why not Tisha? Obviously, I believe that Mel does not, well, this episode she did talk about Tisha, but I believe that while she was in a relationship or friendship with Kiki, she probably never discussed Tisha in front of her. They have a different relationship than what Tisha and Mel was developing. I think since they have years ahead, it's a different feeling for Tisha right now, I guess. So then we see Stormy, who likes Kimmy, and then they talk about the post. So Kiki wanted to know, have they fully discussed it? Have they fully talked about it? She said, talk about the what? What Marceau did? Yeah, the post. So Kimmy is annoyed that she is now in another event or another situation where somebody is talking about the post. Well, this is on the second episode, Kimmy, and it started off with the post. And you're gonna have to answer. I'm sorry. Your brother-in-law put something for everybody to have an opinion on, and everybody has to question it. Everybody has to say something. So sorry, you're gonna have to talk about it. And whatever, let's go. So Mel wants to know, is it true what they've been saying about Marceau? Is it true? Because of what they were doing in 2015 and they were messing around with other people. She does not believe that that picture led to any other allegations or led to any proof that they did something. But she does not believe that they were out there cheating with cheating or messing around. But if she was proved otherwise, she would not be flabbergasted. Words of Kimmy. So I was like, so you wouldn't be surprised if Maurice cheated on you at the Atlanta trip. And if you found out, you wouldn't be surprised. So are you saying that you are now waiting for proof so you can say, I knew it, and then say we're moving forward with our marriage? This just goes to show that Kimmy is not going to go nowhere. She's going to stay. Because for her to not feel phased or to not be in any form of surprise that something did happen, she's not going to be surprised. Okay, so Kimmy is pretty much accepting what could come up, accepting what could be true, and she's not going to question it. She's going to say, fine, it's what it was. She ain't going nowhere. So, fine, Kimmy. Then Stormy wants to know, do you think that the picture was placed as deflection? She said, deflection from who? Well, throughout the season, everybody has always said since Martell cheated, it's only a matter of time before Marceau gets caught up that he was cheating. But nobody ever said anything about Maurice. So did Marceau post that picture to deflect the heat off of him to Maurice? Kiki said, no, that wouldn't work. Why would that work? So they go back and forth with trying to see what was the reason. The reason was Marceau was being petty. And he probably wanted the heat off his ass of all the allegations against him and wanted to put his brother in the mix. But we've already been talking about what Maurice possibly have done. He said he was a hoe. He said he had sex with 6 women in one night. So it wasn't new for that. Yeah, Storm is pretty much like, at the end of the day, I feel like what your brother did was fucked up. Your brother-in-law did was fucked up. And because we're still not, talking about that Maurice lied about being there. That still is getting swept on the rug because we're still focusing on what Marceau did. Granted, Marceau did a shitty thing to do with his brother, but Maurice still lied about being there. That's the reason. And Kimmy wants to say, he said he thought it was funny. He found humor in doing it. Where do you find the humor into throwing your brother under the bus for that? Where's the joke behind it? I can't find it. Because from the reunion, he said, I did this and I went here, but your brother said no, so let me go ahead and blast him by saying this is the picture to prove that he did. What? That's not cool. So then Kimmy's trying to be nice, taking it for her brother-in-law because she thought it was in poor taste. Poor taste? That was fucked up. And where's the Stormy? That was fucked up. So then Mel said Kimmy's being Kimmy, believing that Marceau does not put subliminals out there. What he did wasn't trying to out his brother out. And I'm with Stormy. That was fucked up. That was some backstabbing shit in the story. So Mel was pretty much trying to tell her, open your eyes, girl. Don't cut them off. Just open your eyes. Because you ever realize when people be laughing and kicking to cover up what they be feeling, to cover up what they don't want to talk about, that's when you're going to realize they're full of shit. Okay? Then it led to them talking about Tisha. So, oh my God, let them talk about Tisha. Where can I go with this? So basically, with the backstabbing being the focal point of learning about this, she brings up Tisha, how Tisha really wasn't trying to move forward with Mel as a friend. Because Mel said, I thought we was moving forward in a good place, but then I see at the reunion, especially when it came down to when Destiny and Mel were going through their segment, that's when Tisha was having smirk face and laughing and smiling over what Destiny was checking Mel about, because Tisha did come out in that reunion and said Mel is not a good friend. So hearing that I'm not a good friend and that I tried to destroy your marriage, you're still mad at me for seasons prior of what I did. Now, I know folks might say Mel destroyed Tisha's marriage, but she can't. Mel don't have the power to destroy anybody else's marriage, and she's not coming off any revenge of making everybody else's lives miserable because of what she went through. I'm just saying, you hung out with my ex-husband when you knew he was cheating on me. He brought a side piece on an Atlanta trip, and y'all didn't say nothing. So I already can tell y'all you was moving funny already, because Tisha did know about the girl. She knew about the matching BMWs. Yes, Mel did tell her to go pop up on him and see if he wasn't cheating, but come on. Marcel's behavior is so adamant and so obvious that he's doing something and does not want to get caught. I'm sorry. So basically saying just be careful, because Stormy had to co-sign that Mel never tried to destroy Tisha's marriage. She never did. So I'm just trying to understand, and where were the rumors from? You know what I'm saying? So she asked Kiki, since you're her cousin, you know her more than me. Before 2018, was there any rumors speculating about Marceau? Kiki confirmed it. There have been some rumors, and Tisha had to look inside of her marriage and realize what's going on. And she said in her truth that she doesn't believe anything until she's proven otherwise, that Marcel is cheating. So it wasn't Mel that started the whole, your man's cheating and so is yours, so is mine. And but I just feel like people need to open their eyes and realize that it's not just the fact that Martell got caught. It's the fact that his friends was around when he did it, and they never thought it could never come back to them or their behaviors for being around him. Kimmy is in a bad position because she feels like they're talking about Tisha. Why talk about her if you didn't want to invite her? Why did you not invite her if you're going to talk about her? But I feel like this wasn't anything bad. This was what was already what I felt from Tisha from the beginning. I felt that Tisha does take glee in what Mel has been going through, but she's also envious of how Mel has rose from it. And Tisha is afraid that she'll never have that same type of success, that same type of awakening. So is Destiny. But I feel like this is probably no different than what Tisha and Destiny did. So I'm just like, I guess. I mean, if y'all want to say it's hypocritical, it's a contradictory of what Mel tried to tell Destiny, but I feel like what she told Destiny was the truth. Don't speak negatively about somebody that I don't know. Now for Mel, she's kind of like, well, I'm not a friend to Tisha. I don't owe Tisha any loyalty for me to not speak negatively on a friend that I do not like, a girl that I do not get along with. So I have no space in my heart whatsoever to feel like, oh, that's gonna hurt her feelings. Hell no, we're not friends. We're not friends. Now for her cousin was open. Her cousin was telling. Her cousin was definitely feeding information that maybe Tisha wasn't ready for it to be out. So we're going to definitely see them have a conversation. So maybe the loyalty or the expectation for somebody to have Tisha's back fell in line for Kiki. But while Kimmy was there listening and not saying nothing, but in the confessional, Kimmy might get some reads too. She might get yelled at for not saying nothing as well. So Mel is in no position in my eyes in trouble. I think it's the cousin and probably Kimmy. But we're gonna move on from there. But at the end of the day, it's bullshit. It's bullshit that what Marceau told you that it was funny. He just wanted to be putting his brother on the front line of being honest. Bullshit. Moving on. So Destiny have a conversation. Nope. Sorry. Kimmy have a conversation with Tiffany to clear the air because Kimmy was coming at them hard at the reunion and ended with Kimmy saying that she heard that Tiffany was fired from the Chamber of Commerce. So she said, I did not. I left my job to start my business. I left with benefits. So what you heard was old news. It wasn't true. I left. And Kimmy was like, I came at you hard? Me? I did that? Yes, Kimmy, you came at her hard with the whole transparency thing. And then she said, well, everybody heard something. And Carlos directed it at me and I gave it to you. So pretty much it was kind of like I was pretty much giving you what you wanted from us. You wanted us to divulge our life, divulge what we wanted to know, and you never did that. So I was pretty much giving you what you gave me. And she got that. She understood it. You know, she apologized. Well, not apologized, but she pretty much clarified that I wasn't trying to come at you in an angry way. I was just giving you what you showed us last season. Okay. They ended on a cool note. They were cool and everything. And that's where it tends to get a little bit left in the end. So while Kimmy said they were good, Tiffany, I liked her confessional look. She looked really pretty in that very pink peachy color. I loved it. Um, she said in Kimmy's words, who she is always a true to her word. She always says what she mean what she say. She said, we're good, we're good. Stormy comes in and said, what y'all talking about? Kimmy tells everybody everything about how I was coming at her at the reunion, and then I said the Chamber of Commerce comment. Stormy, you still working at the Chamber of Commerce? No, I haven't been there in 5 years. Now, of course, it gets confusing because when Mel introduced Tiffany, she said she was with Chamber of Commerce, was with, I believe. I could be wrong. But it was never clarified later that Tiffany left the Chamber of Commerce and started her own business. But I don't think that Tiffany ever had a room. I don't think she was ever comfortable to the point where she can't clarify her business or her status on the show. So they just ran with her being from the Chamber of Commerce. And now, since this was a ended conversation where Kimmy and Tiffany were good, Stormy wanted to come in and get more clarification because Stormy feels away from Tiffany. And Tiffany is definitely feeling like, well, Stormy coming into this conversation where we just ended on a good note wasn't appropriate, wasn't the right timing. And I did not want to bring this up again because it was been done, it's been squashed. So Mel, Stormy, what y'all talking about? Same thing. And from hearing that, Mel actually met Tiffany when she was from the WEDC. And then turning back around, that's what we knew you from. We knew you from Chamber of Commerce. We never knew you from a different way, right? So Tiffany does not want to keep on talking about this. And then it's kind of like, this is old news. So she pretty much said, well, you guys will keep asking me. I feel like this is dumb. This is like somebody remembered what you did when you were 12. Crickets. Staring. She's like, what? Mel. Ooh. She said, what the fuck? It finally clicked into Kimmy's head. Oh, you were being smart. Stormy, why the fuck did you do that? That wasn't necessary. We were all doing good and you want to do all this shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Then Stormy was like, listen, now I know why people have a beef with Tiffany. Because she's that person that throws the rock and hides her hand. And I'm not going to deal with somebody with my discernment that's not going to end well. And Tiffany was like, that one left. And then Tiffany was like, okay, is it time for a drink? I need a drink. Yeah, girl, you need a drink because that wasn't right. You know, you did all that. That wasn't no point. And then she looks at Mel. That was all I needed to know. And walked off and said, this bitch is crazy. Now, I feel like Stormy came in to get more shit started because for how she felt or what she knew about Tiffany, maybe what she watched, she wanted to see if it was true. But I felt like Stormy didn't give Tiffany enough chance to defend herself because she hopped in on what Kimmy's problem was with Tiffany. But that got squashed. So you need to have a separate conversation with Tiffany in a different timing, to see where you can find your difference in Tiffany. You can find a liking to Tiffany. I definitely felt like Tiffany was ganged up on. She didn't look like her upbeat self in that point. And it was really disheartening for me to watch, for Stormy to get mad and blow up like that, because Tiffany's, y'all talking about old news. This was 5 years ago. I don't work there anymore. I got my own company. I got my own business. So why you want to keep on talking about something that was so old? For what? Who was it like? That's my thing for me. Because it was an ended conversation that had nothing to do with Stormy. Her issues with Tiffany are totally different from what this was. So Stormy could just sat there and ate her food, to be honest. Now, I like Stormy. I like her a lot. She says what she says. She means what she means. And she's about it, right? But I feel like in this instance, she kind of did too much with Tiffany, in my opinion. Too much. And then she called her a bitch. That wasn't for me. But we're going to see more about that because I do like Stormy. Like I said, I just feel like in this instance, she gave me a little bit too much at Tiffany. A little bit. Just a little bit. But that's it, y'all. That's all I have. I did not think for it to be this long. But hey, I'm going to see you guys later. Please stay tuned for this video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.